Alright guys, sorry for the delay. I wanted to make sure that I was actually up and running. I think I did a video yesterday where I don't believe my microphone was on. However, this time I do know that it's on, and this time I am currently really live. So, here's the update to my Ipollo G1 Mini. I have two of them that I purchased, and they are both currently running. And right at the moment, the MWC profit guide is stating that I will be earning approximately $3.56 a day. Uh, so far, I got $9 of my unpaid balance. I just got to get it into my wallet. Plus another $2.69 of unconfirmed. So it's $11.79 in 1 week. Actually, not even 1 week. It's actually probably about 4 days. I did this one in 4 days. When I first started the miner up, I was actually mining Greencoin, which was at the time a 16 cents. Since then, it has dropped down to 14 cents per Grin. This is actually Mimblewimble. It's currently trading at $10.98 per coin. So it's actually a more profitable coin at this point, which is the only thing that I could say that would make buying the Ipollo at this particular point somewhat profitable. I would probably estimate, unless it actually drops, the price of Mimblewimble drops, I would estimate probably 6 months. One of my miners will actually get paid off since I have two. And in about 1 year's time, the second one should be paid off. And then from that point forward, everything else will be pretty much profit. Now, a couple of things that I found with this is I got these two iPolos from InHash, not iHash, InHash.net. I'm actually surprised that they shipped it so quickly. In 2 weeks, I had it and was able to get it up and running. I do know there's a Voscoin guy that was the one that convinced me to buy one of these. When I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking him for advertising the Ipollo Mini. I actually think the Ipollo Mini is actually a pretty good machine. I agree with him on everything. And at the time that he was doing the, I believe, review on this particular machine that I have, the Ipollo G1 Mini, the only thing I don't 100% agree with them on the G1 Mini, but that was my fault. Miners themselves are not usually quiet, but he touted as a quiet miner. So when I first got it, I set up a spot in my own room, my own bedroom, because I was planning on, mining, using both of those miners here in my room. And it was hilarious because I also got a Synology 1620 Plus. That one there, they stated, was loud, which I thought was okay, no problem. Let me go ahead and install it in my room, get everything set up, and then I'll move it to another room so that it won't be as loud. And to my surprise, while it starts up loud, it goes, the fans kick in and it goes up real loud and then it goes down. The Synology 1620 Plus that I have actually was super quiet. And I was actually impressed with it. And I had it in my room for a while, but I had it on a Wi-Fi thing, so it kept getting cut off from the Wi-Fi. So I ended up moving it back in there. And then this setup that I have here, trying to run it off of Wi-Fi, was pretty much unstable. So I finally just said, you know what? I'm going to run fiber into this room. Everything else is still out in the other room, but I got a fiber connection coming in here, so now I got a more stable connection. anyhow, long story short, when I started to boot the Ipollo in my room, it did exactly what the Synology did. And when it first booted, the fans went into full mode and then they came back down. So I was like, yes. And then it started booting back up and apparently started mining. And the fans went to about 400 or pretty close to about 4,000 RPMs. And when that happened, um, it was pretty noisy. It wasn't deafening noisy, but it was noisy enough to where I wouldn't be able to sleep with that fan. I put it in the other room, and it's not really that loud in there. It's like in the living room area. Um, it's more of a white noise type of machine now. So if you're sitting in there and you're listening to it, it will relax you and actually put you to sleep. So it's actually not that bad of a machine. You got a Bitcoin miner, and you also got a I can put you to sleep type of miner if you listen to it long enough. But anyhow, that's what happened to me last night. I was in the room working on my laptop, and all of a sudden I was like, yeah, because of the consistent noise on that machine. But anyhow, the thing is this: if, in my opinion, if you bought the Ipollo G1 Mini to mine Grin, at this point, I do believe you'll be in the negative. You won't. It'll probably take you about a year and a half to 2 years to actually break even with that. You're looking at less than $1 a day after you take out electricity costs, that is. And to me, I was like, I can collect the Grin, hold it, and then hope that the Grin price does go back up. In this particular case, it's steadily dropping little by little, so I don't think it's going to come back up anytime soon. But what was hilarious was while I was mining it, I went to the Telegram group of the InHash, and one of the users said, well, Mimblewimble is actually where you're going to make your ROI really quick. And I was like, what's Mimblewimble? And then they said, oh, it's MWC. So I looked it up, and I was like, ooh, $11.35. Now, at $11.35, when I first converted it over to the Ipollo, the actual daily profit was, at that point, $5.15 per day. I was like, woo, that's pretty good. $3.56 a day is not too bad. It could be better. Now, here's the main difference between Mimblewimble, or MWC, versus Grin. Grin is like Dogecoin, constantly pumping out coins, especially for the miners. The miners, the more they work, the faster the coins get popped out, I guess. Mimblewimble, on the other hand, is like Bitcoin. They're only going to be making a limited amount of coins. So right now, it's about $11, almost $11 a bit. The longer you mine, and if you hold on to those coins and you don't sell, I do believe eventually, I think it took like 4 or 5 years though before it took off in Bitcoin. But when they first started mining Bitcoin before any of the halvings, Bitcoin was being mined pretty much like Dogecoin. You were getting probably about 2 to 3, 4, 5 a week. And you're like, yeah. And at I think it was $1.50 per coin at the time. Those that actually got into it and held on to their coins are the ones that are now multi-billionaires, I guess, if you would say that. And the same goes with Mimblewimble, MWC. Right now, the only issue that I have is they only have a mining pool in the UK for MWC. I'm in the United States. It doesn't mean I can't mine it. It just means that I have to use the UK pool, which means lower latency, which might affect my overall profits, or uh, as you would call it, um, mining profits is what you would probably call it, or the coins. But to me, $3.59. This right here fluctuates. I've seen it as high as $5.15 and as low as $3.10. It hasn't gone down. I do have Mimblewimble on the other tab with the actual current price because I've been monitoring it. Here's the funny part. It seems like a lot of people are buying the coin more than they're selling the coin, which is why I think it's holding its price around where it's at now. There are people that are dumping the coin to, I guess they're trying to keep the price down, or they might be miners like me, who pretty much are selling off their coins to pretty much pay bills. I haven't spent any of it. I haven't even brought it over to my wallet yet. I'm gonna see if I can get it to go to my wallet, my Mimblewimble wallet. I don't know if I don't know if I don't have it set up right or if it might be something else. Like Grin, for instance. Grin, I had running, or at least I thought it was running, only to find out it was offline, and all my transactions were not going through to the wallet, so they were getting stuck in the 2miners.com site, which looks to me like was what's going on with the MWC. So I got to figure out what's going on. Supposedly, they do their transactions through a Tor network. The only wallet that I have currently that's not giving me any kind of errors is my mobile wallet. I have that one on, but it's not pulling the coins through, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. I don't want to lose these coins, so I got to figure out exactly what's going on with it. Let's see, MWC GUI. I'm gonna bring it up on my PC here. And I'm gonna see is starting the tour listener. Got a Philly. I got a synchronizing. Well, wallet update. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So this is actually working. Got 13 connections, 1.2 million blocks, 155 difficult, 155 472 billion. Oh, I don't know. The difficulty is, I don't know. Probably is not that much, but at this point, it shows that I do not have anything on here. So, okay, so it does show. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You can only log into one location at a time. In this particular case, it shows that a new login detected on my Windows, so it logged me out of my phone. So technically, the phone was actually working. I'm not 100% sure what is going on. Let's see here. I'm wondering if it might be because the coins are not matured, as they call it. But anyhow, no, it hasn't gone to my wallet. My wallet is up. I'm not getting any kind of errors yet. So we'll see on that. Um, once the unpaid balance goes into the paid balance, then we're okay. So we're at $11.78. $11.78 in 4 days. So that's actually not a bad return. As long as my wallet starts to take these, let me go into here right quick. Hold on. Let me check the reward. From what I heard, I don't know how true this is. The reason why I'm probably not paid is probably because the coins have not matured. So I'm looking here, and as you can see, a lot of these coins are still not matured. Yeah, see, they're showing all 4.8. Oh, that's all today's. So I'm assuming that these coins here are part of the unconfirmed balance. So this here should be confirmed, so it should be actually going into my wallet. So I'm going to leave the wallet open and see if that works out, and pays me into the wallet. If it does, then I'm good. If it does not, then I got to figure out what's wrong with my wallet and why the coins are not going through. I figured I better do it and figure it out now than wait until I'm up to like $50 to $100 and find out that something is incorrect with my connection. So in this particular case, I'm just gonna leave it as this. Miguigi, welcome to the stream, my friend. Just talking about the Ipollo Mini and my current profit situation, or my mining situation here. And in this particular case, I am averaging about, I would say probably, this is about 4 days on Mimblewimble, and I'm approximately almost $12 in if you count the confirmed and unconfirmed coins that I've mined already. So for a Ipollo G1 Mini, I think that's actually a pretty good margin, I would say. Probably we're looking at least 10 to 50, no, probably $15 to $20 a week for the two machines. So you're probably about $5 to $10. I'm gonna do another update next week. Probably it'll be on a Friday after 2:30 p.m. But right now it does look like the Mimblewimble is going to be the most profitable coin to mine on it. There's only two coins that I'm aware of that I can mine. Mimblewimble and Grin. Grin is definitely a non-profit ordeal at this point. You can mine it. It's easy to get a lot of coins, but it's not easy to get a lot of money. I do know from this time last week, I have made $5.32 on Grin, and then I made $11.70. Probably, actually, it's $11.80 since I started this stream. So between the two, I would have to say, in 1 week's time, I've probably netted about $15 a week. So I definitely want to see what I'm going to have at the end of the month. I do got an update on my helium miner. The Bobcat 300 is going to ship probably next week. I finally got my pool number up or my invoice number up on the last batch that they came out with. This is the difference between Ipollo and a Bobcat miner. Bobcat miner has been almost 1 year waiting, and as you can see, I'm stressing out and everything. And my fur, I'm surprised I ain't got a beard down to here. I should. If I had done a no shave until I get my helium miner, I'd have had a beard down to my what already, to my belly. But it finally shipped, and as I suspected, okay, about the time that they stated that my batch was ready, and they're going to start shipping me my particular miner, I am suddenly seeing news as to where helium miner profits are dropping like a rock, and they're stating that helium mining is no longer worth mining. This is the one thing that I was kind of concerned about, and I don't know exactly how true this is or if they're just trying to discourage people from buying the helium products at this point, to keep other people's profits up. Unfortunately, I don't know, and I won't know until I get my miner. I still haven't got it. Like I said, last Wednesday, they finally stated that my miner was in this group or this batch that they're going to be shipping out. And they stated it's going to take 5 to 7 days before I get my tracking number. Once I get my tracking number, then I'm looking probably about 2 weeks, because they're in the same city as the Ipollo in-hash company. And in-hash took, they stated 3 to 5 weeks for shipping, and I got it in 2 weeks. I was actually very impressed. They are the company I would probably recommend, because if they don't have the product, they say sold out. They will not sell future products like Bobcat 300. Bobcat 300 will take your money via Bitcoin or USDT coin, and there's no refunds, and you're stuck waiting. And almost a year later, I'm still waiting. As to where in hash, they just happen to have miners in stock, and as soon as you order, they ship between 1 and 3 days, and they say 3 to 5 weeks, depending on how fast it's going to take to get from China to the United States or to Europe. I think Europe takes an extra week because it's got to go through customs. I don't think the United States on most products have that particular issue. So I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work out once I get the miner. It's going to make me kind of hesitant, as you would call it, to buy any more miners, because of especially if they have a future wait list like what Bobcat 300 is. I'm not going to buy anymore. I don't, unless you don't mind waiting up to a year and a half, maybe 2 years just to get a miner. I do not recommend at this point. This might change. Once I get the helium Bobcat miner, I might change my mind. It depends on whether I can fork over a profit. And what I mean by that is, they're stating that you can make anywhere from $10 to $20 a day with the helium miner. I don't think that's going to happen here. They do have hot spots in my area, but they're probably just outside my range. And right now they're saying just use the stock antenna for now. And unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure my area is going to work very well with that. I'd probably have to get like a 30-foot antenna and stick it outside, and it might be in one of those awkward eyesores that people will start wondering, what is this guy doing over here? What is that big old stick that he's sticking in the air? But we'll see what happens. If it turns out to be a really good miner, then I might state that it was worth the 1 year wait. But think about this. You buy a product and you have to wait a year. The reason why I was hesitant about this and started getting my doubts and, as you would say, my concerns, is most products. Let's take the iPad, for instance. I don't even know where to put it. Let's take the iPad, for instance, though. And you buy the iPad probably December or January. And in April, they come out with a brand new version of it. And yours is already one step to being closer to being obsolete. Waiting a year for a Bobcat 300 miner, the risk that you take having to wait this long is they come out with a new product by the time you get yours, and yours is already obsolete, becoming a total paperweight. That is the concern that I had, and I still have that concern. And like I said, all the way up until last month, I've been hearing, oh, these miners are coming out. And there's already 600,000 people are making a lot. Somebody let them. People are just flowing with cash and this and that. And now that my miner actually has come up, a lot of these people that were touting that it was a good product are now saying, well, looks like helium mining might be dead and dead in the water, etc. And there's no more profits to be made. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, see, that's where I feel like people like me might have been suckered into it. Now, I'm not. I'm not reviewing the Bobcat 300 yet because I still don't have it. Like I said, right now I'm just going by hearsay, what other people are saying, and if you go to Voss Coin, even he's stating it. He's one of the viewers that I actually watch a lot, especially when it comes to new miners. And the one thing that I've noticed is he'll bring up a new product that's just coming out. And by the time that video shows, like mine, it only takes like 3 to 5 minutes after the video shows, and the company's sold out already. And then I found out that some places like Bobcat 300 are taking what they call pre-orders. That means that you are currently paying to get on a waiting list, and then when your product finally comes up, they will ship it to you. Now, in his case, he was talking about not necessarily the Bobcat miner. He did complain about the wait time on that, so I give him kudos for that. But I will say this: I saw the Ipollo G1 Mini. He's the first place I saw that at. And when he told me about it, and he showed me how small the miner was and how much money he made per day, I think when he got it, like I said, Grin, you can mine a lot of Grin. And pretty much, yeah, $10 a day. That at the time, it was like $2 per Grin. It has pretty much taken a dump since he's done it. So, but yeah, he was making approximately $10 a day. In my case, I'm only making about I would probably say about $2 to $3 a day. 4, 8, 12. No, actually, I'm probably making about $4 to $5 a day. I'm probably judging that I'm probably either making this or a little bit more per day, which is still not that bad. It's better than Grin. Grin, I ran for 4 days and made $5. I'm making that per day with this particular Mimblewimble. So that's actually a good thing. To me, Mimblewimble makes it worth buying the Ipollo. If you buy in the Ipollo to, mine Grin, the only thing I can say on that is pray that it actually comes back up in value. And unlike, this is the other problem, unlike Bitcoin, Mimblewimble is pretty much like Dogecoin. Dogecoin, I believe, is between 14 and 15 cents bit right now, which I think is really good for Dogecoin. But for Grin, if you buy the Ipollo G1 Mini to mine that at the current rate, you're looking at probably $1.35, $1.40 minus your electric cost, and at that point you're looking between 40 and 50 cents a day at best on the profits of that, as to where most of your profits on Mimblewimble are actually above that, so you're actually making this. Right now, just these two miners, if I was just to pay my PG&E bill, this here is paying my PG&E bill per month. Technically, if I did that, it would be no profit because my bill is pretty expensive. Really expensive. Yeah, because I'm running other servers too. So technically, these two machines are actually paying my bills. But I'm looking at it this way. Once I break even, I'm probably going to take the Mimblewimble coin and sell the ones that I have at that point and convert those into USDT and start buying other miners. One miner I do want to get is a mini Doge miner. I probably want to get the 4-pack on that, and uh, that way I can get 4 times the amount of Dogecoin. The thing I like about Dogecoin, Robinhood, Coinbase, Binance, and all the major trading companies actually support the Dogecoin. As to where the problem with Grin is, I think Grin is supported on Coinbase. I'm not sure, but I think also Binance. But Mimblewimble does not have a lot of support yet. They do have some exchanges that you can trade on, but what I'm probably going to end up doing is trade on those exchanges, convert them either to Dogecoin, and then transfer them to another wallet, or just cash out, one or the other. Um, I prefer to have Mimblewimble on all these other exchanges, but apparently they don't have them yet. So until they support them, I probably could just collect these coins and at that point see what I want to do. Hey, Crypto Naji, welcome to the stream. No? What are you saying no on? No on the Ipollo G1 Mini? Or no, I'm not making no money? Oh, no. Grin. Oh, you're saying Grin is not on Coinbase. Oh, okay. I thought it was, but let me check. I do know Binance has it because I have it up. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can bring it up. Because I'm monitoring it on my Binance Crypto Watch thingamadoohickey real quick. Oops, sorry about that. Let me bring it up right quick. Window. CW. Gotta bring it up right quick. There we go. There it is. See, this is my grin from Binance.us account, and right now it's at 14,200, and it is looking like it is going down, as you see. But yeah, you might be right. I really haven't checked Coinbase. But I do know Binance does cover Grin. They do not cover Mimblewimble though. In my particular case, I am currently, let me verify right quick. I am currently looking at Hotbit. Is the place where I'm going to be doing the exchanges for Mimblewimble, and right now Mimblewimble is at $10.97. Almost $10.98 per coin, so that's not too bad. But anyhow, just thought I'd pop that up there real quick for you. But I still like Doge better. I'm the Doge guy. That's why I said most likely I'll probably convert most of this over to Doge and hold my Dogecoin. But for now, I'm looking at this. Is Doge on your screen? Of course it's Doge on my screen. I'm a Doge guy, man. I'm a Doge supporter. I do have an account with Robinhood right now, and now that I got my wallet through Robinhood, I'm more of adding Dogecoin over to Robinhood and holding it on there, versus because their cost to trade and sell. If I sold my Dogecoin on Robinhood, they don't charge me for it. Binance US is lower than Coinbase, but it's still expensive. And unless I have a lot of Dogecoin I want to convert over to cash, I think Robinhood's the way to go. Plus, they have the lowest transfer fees. I think it's .2 on the transfer fee, as to where I think they charge you like 2 to 4 Dogecoin, or less than 2%, as to where Binance will charge you a minimum of, I think, $10 to transfer. So if you transfer in $100, you're getting about $90 worth of coin. Then you got to if I sent it to Binance, then they would I would be charged less, but then I'd have to pay again to convert the coin to either cash or to like USDT. And then at that point, I can send it, which they're going to charge me another fee, which gets really expensive, just to buy these particular miners. So that's where I'm running into right at the moment. Right now, I only have two miners. I got two. I'm glad I waited to buy them because when they first came out with the two G1 or the G1 Minis, they were like $900 a piece. I got them for $4.99 off of inhash.net, and they did get to me within 2 weeks. And they are working, and they actually work pretty good. Now, here's the thing. Let me see here. No, I don't have it on that one. Let me bring this one up right quick. I'm going to show you what the system is actually showing me right quick. I'm going to bring that up right quick here. There it is. Okay. When you get your G1 Mini, the Ipollo G1 Mini, if you look up here, I'm at 2.4.9. Before 2.4.8, the actual hash rate would have been at 1.2 to 1.4 gigahashes. This particular firmware update still only gets 1.2 to 1.4 for Grin, but for Mimblewimble, it brings you all the way up to 4.5. So I think the firmware actually will overclock the Mini so that you can get a better return on your money, which is, I think, is good. And now there's rumors out there that you can actually get the hash rate even higher if you overclock it more. Ipollo and InHash are saying no, don't try that. It'll probably void the warranty or kill your machine. And to me, 4.5 gigahash is still not that bad. If there was a way I could force a change in this so that I can mine Doge, I would be super happy. But unfortunately, the algorithm that they use on the Ipollo G1 does not support Dogecoin, at least not right now. So, but yeah, I'm using two minis right at the moment. Most likely, I'm probably gonna get more, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, this is where I'm at. Hey, shut up. Talking to my dog, not you. I'm just gonna state this. The two G1 Minis right now is where I'm making the. Oh shoot! It just dropped again. So now I'm actually at $3.07. But it takes two G1 Minis to make this particular amount of money. So technically, take this and set it in half. So if you only have one G1 Mini, you look at probably about $1.50 per day profits. Like I said, it was making more, but the actual calculator just dropped to $3.07. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I think somebody just dumped over on MWC again. But I do plan on getting more. I'm thinking about setting up a GPU miner also and running one of those. But I really can't review and put something like this up for the Bobcat 300 because almost a year later I still don't have it. I'm still waiting, even though they stated that my batch has come up and they're going to ship it. I'm still waiting. It's probably going to be another 2 to 3 weeks before I even get it. That's why I'm so happy that I got this, and I just wanted to show you guys though. Even though my hand is about this big, okay. The G1 Mini is about the size of my hand. The box is a little bit bigger. So when you first get it, and it's nice and heavy. When you first get it, you think it's going to be bigger than that. But once you put it in your hand, on my prior video, you'll see me with them. I actually put it in my hand, so it's a real tiny one. It doesn't really take up that much space. I was thinking they were going to be about like this by like this, but no, they're little tiny little boogers. And like I said, I got the G1 Minis. Um, I was hesitant to buy them at $899 because I didn't think they were worth that particular amount of money for the price of Grin. And the only reason why I was tempted to buy them, I almost bought them. And I'm glad I waited because the price pretty much dropped in half. It went from $899 to $499. If you buy it off of Ipollo directly, I do believe they still sell them for $899. Inhash.net gives you these particular same miners, and they work just as good for $499. And here's the funny part: I bought mine at $499 each, 2 of them, right? And then they went on sale for a week for $479. I was like, no. But I'm not mad. $4.99 to me, I think is a pretty good price as to where Grin and MWC are currently. Join us in the forum. Which forum are you guys talking about? The Mimblewimble forum, or are you talking about something else? I'm thinking about actually, you know what? To tell you the truth, I might use the Mimblewimble icon, the little purple icon, on my next stream instead of Doge, since that's what I'm mining currently. Ipollo decrease going to visit the headquarters soon. Oh, okay. No problem. But like I said, right now, I don't know if they how much they dropped their price at Ipollo shop, but I do know Inhash, who distributes. They don't make them; they just distribute them. I think they order them in bulk through Ipollo, and then they resell them. So I think with them buying in huge bulk, allows them to sell them at a lower price. But yeah, at one point, Ipollo and Inhash had them pretty close to the same price. And to me, when they were at $8.99 and they'd go on sale for $8.79, I was like, "Ooh, that's a good deal." But for some reason, I still was hesitant to buy it. When I saw it at $4.99, I thought, "Okay, this is the trigger point." To me, I think now the price is at a reasonable rate to where apparently because of Grin going down to where it's at now, it's not as popular as it was when Vosk coin actually first brought up the Ipollo G1 Mini, stating that, hey, you can make $10 a day. Well, right now we're at $3.07 a day, but that's for 2. You'll probably make more money if you have more, but you gotta have the money to invest in also. Message retracted. No. Oh, I see what you did. The message that you had typed in chat. But I saw it first. I saw your message before you retracted. But anyhow, this is the latest update. And like I said, I really can't. I might be bashing Bobcat, but Bobcat right now isn't because of the fact that I feel that they're not a good product or not. It's just the fact that you sit there, you buy the product, and then you have to wait a year before you get it. And I do know that they came out with a Bobcat 500, which is one of the things that kind of ticked me off because I thought it was an upgrade to the 300, and I'm like, well, can I get the 500 instead of the 300? Unfortunately, I found out that the 500 is a different type of network that the Helium miner is going to be on, and now they're stating that you have to pay a license fee per year of $2,000. So they need to make a little bit of more cash in order to even make this particular Bobcat even worth us miners looking at. Because to charge me $2,000 a year just to use it and be on the 5G network, that's got me wondering, what kind of money are you going to be making with the 500 that would allow you to be able to pay $2,000 a year uh, fees just to be on the 5G network? And because if you're only making like $200 to $300 a year on it, or actually $20 a day, yeah, let me get my handy dandy calculator out. Hold on. I'm not good with math. It's all your fault. Hold on. Give me a second here. According to Voscoin, you can earn up to $20. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it probably about $5 a day. Time. Okay. So if I was to make just $5 a day with the helium miner, we're looking at probably about $7,000 a year. I don't see how the 500 can actually make more than that. Um, and the fact that they want to charge you $2,000 per year to stay on the 5G network, it's like a licensing fee that you have to renew every year. I'm not 100% on board with that particular feature. It to me, it feels like it's a money grab to try and recoup some of the money that's being paid out to the miners, um, or penalty fee as you call it. But like I said, I wasn't too happy about hearing about that. And there's a lot of other restrictions with the Bobcat 500 right now. So technically, they just released the product this year. Unfortunately, I'm not buying it because it sounds to me like there's too much information that's not being said about it right at the moment. So I'm going to do a wait and see on it and see what happens. Most likely, by the time I decide whether I want to buy it or not, it's going to be a 1 year wait on it. So, 1 second here, I got a phone call. All right, I'm back. But like I was saying, the so far at 4.99, it only because of Mimblewimble. I'm looking approximately, unless the price drops some more. Right now, I do believe short term, the profits aren't for a single unit is not going to be that high. The only reason why I'm making where I'm at now is because of the fact that I have two units that are running. If you see over here on the left side, IPO1, IPO2. Those are the two machines that are running, and their average GPS are actually between 4.5 to 4.65 GPS per second. Um, I've had it go up to 5.5 GPS per second, and in order to be able to do that, to make sure that it's going to run at those high speeds. Oops. Hold on. There we go. You want to make sure that you have the latest firmware, which is 2.4.9, which was just released, I believe, last week. About the time that I got this Ipollo. Actually, let me rephrase that. About 2 days after I got this and started mining with it. So, the temperature stays pretty much accurate. The fan speed stays pretty much accurate. The dashboard, the hashes, gigahashes, usually stay pretty close to about the same also. So that, to me, is not that bad of a system to be using. And also make sure that you have the latest firmware if you're going to mine Mimblewimble. Right now, like I said, Grin is not really that profitable at the moment. Mimblewimble is probably where it's at, but like I said, I've noticed that the price since I've gotten it has been dropping, and I don't think this is a permanent drop because of the fact that Mimblewimble has a limited supply on hand, just like Bitcoin. So right now, I do believe Mimblewimble is still pretty new into the market, so they probably still got a lot of coins for people to actually mine and or buy and sell. And because of that, that's probably why the price is kind of like hodling down between $9 and $10 per bit. Eventually, though, in the long term, if we start collecting the coins like I'm doing right now, from what I'm hearing is, if the price goes down much more, probably around $7 or $8, there's a good possibility we may be able to get more coins per day. Right now, I'm averaging. Actually, I have to admit, 4 days, almost to one Mimblewimble coin, almost to one. Which tells me that you're looking probably about 1 or 2 Mimblewimble coins per week that you'll be getting. So you got to look at it that way. We'll see what happens. Miyuajui. I don't even know how to say that name. I'll wave back to you. But it looks to me, long term, short term, you're probably gonna have small profits on this one. But long term, if you buy and hold the coins and don't sell, it makes them more lucrative. What I mean by that is, with less coins on the market, it'll drive the price up. So if us miners only sell what we need to, or if we don't need to sell them, this is more of a hobby. I'm just going to start collecting them and not worry about selling them, at least not yet. And I want to see if this particular coin is going to take off and compete with the Bitcoin, because I think they only have like a 20 million coin supply, and they just started releasing the coins. And the miners, as you can see, I got 2 miners. In 4 days, I've almost got 1. So if you only have 1 miner, you're looking probably 1 Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, 1 Mimblewimble. I'd probably say every 2 weeks. So you're probably looking at probably $5 a week if you only have 1 miner. That would be about $1 or $2 a day. I'm making $3.13 now, and I hate to say it, but it seems like that one's dropping. The price is dropping. Let me take another quick peek at it and see where it's at. Give me 1 second here. Go back to Hotbit. No, I don't know. It's still holding at $10.98. It's down 1.7%. So, um, I do, like I said, I do see a lot of people buying, more people buying than selling. But I would say since 12 o'clock, there's been more selling than buying on the Mimblewimble network. I'm sorry, on the Hotbit network or exchange, I should say, if I can get those words correct. Um, so at this point, I don't know if that might have something to do with this. The price of this fluctuates. When I first started mining, like I said, it was at $5.50 per coin, um, or per day that I was actually making. That was the first day, but it's been steadily dropping since. Um, my hash rates have been pretty consistent, so I know it's not because of my hash rates. Um, so I'm thinking that the buying and selling, there's probably a lot of sellers trying to dump their coins for one reason or another while the price is still up. But like I said, I'm going to hold on to it. And I'm going to do like Bitcoin, just start huddling all my coins. Like I said, I'm going to do one video every week and give an update and keep you guys informed whether the Ipollo Miner G1 Mini is going to be worth your profits, or I'm sorry, worth your purchase or time. Do you need, in order to make decent income, do you need more than two? Would you be happy with just one? To me, I'm glad I bought two instead of one. One, because I had the money to do it. Two, it allows me to make more per day. Um, it's just simple as that. Even at $3.13 a day, I'm looking at. I would say the 13 cents part would probably be my power consumption. So we're probably looking at about $3 a day for the Mimblewimble coin. I was not happy with the Grin coin. Grin coin 4 days I made $5. That was while it was at 16 cents. Now it's at 14 cents and still dropping. So I think they're making too many Grin coins and it's causing the value to drop. And people are realizing that with no end in sight, which the only thing that makes it kind of interesting is, if I'm not mistaken, Ethereum has the same issue as all these other coins, and the problem with Ethereum is there's gas fees when you try to sell the coin. They charge you crazy prices just to sell them. But from what I heard, I'm thinking that they just don't make as many per day. But from what I heard, they have an unlimited supply also. But they're selling a little over $3,000 a coin right now. So I'm wondering exactly how much coins per day are they creating, or do they slow down? See, Grin makes one per second. That one per second is, to me, is too much, because with it making so many, same thing with Dogecoin, with it constantly making so many coins, it's hard for the actual value to go up. Think about it this way: you invest $1 million into Grin, and it goes up, but unless you constantly pump money into it, it's gonna go like this, and you're not gonna make money on it, unless you're a miner and you only invested in the equipment and you're mining. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense unless you're buying and trading the Grin coin itself. But like I said, with the value constantly dropping because they're constantly making more coins, it really doesn't make sense to invest in it. So the thing I would probably recommend is this: Mimblewimble is a limited coin. I think they're only going to make 20 million of them. I don't know how. I think there's only 100,000 or more. so far that are in circulation. Let me verify that right quick. Let's see. Does it say? Yeah, it doesn't say on here right at the moment, but I think they only got I believe. Let's go. Oh, it doesn't go more than a month. Take a look at the day trades. Hey, cut it to you, huh? Gotta tell my dog not to bark at people. No, I'm not seeing it right at the moment. Yeah, and also on the grin, I'm looking at a total of $5.30 in total profits, and I do believe that that was for almost 1 week's worth of mining. So I'm trying to find out exactly how many Mimblewimbles have been generated so far. I do know this is relatively new, a relatively new coin. So, like I said, there's a lot of places that still don't trade it right now. Hotbit, oh, Hotbit still, I mean, does trade it, and there's a few other exchanges right now. I am. Let me see here. I think this has only been around for less than a year. Oh, here we go. Mimblewimble. Oh, actually, it was made in 2000. It was actually created in 2016. So 17, 18, 19, 20. Actually, it's about 7 years old. So, interesting. I thought it was newer than that, but apparently, no, it's been around for a while. Well, yeah, that's a good question. definitely created in 2016. Uh, Supposedly, it's a new blockchain technology taking the world by storm. What is it exactly, and why is everybody excited about it? In this, I don't know. Only reason why I'm excited about it is because it's not 15 cents a bit. All right. So it was actually created in July 2016. And what's funny is it's supposedly an anonymous author. That's the same thing that they say about Bitcoin also. Why they choose to be anonymous, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, okay. So they came. Apparently, in 2019, they came out with a new type of transaction for Mimblewimble uh, that supposedly improves the privacy of the Bitcoin transactions. That's interesting. Okay, I do know now that the difference between Mimblewimble and Bitcoin is it has a smaller blockchain size. So they're more efficient than Bitcoin, supposedly. We'll, we'll see what happens. So far, it also states that all the transactions are pretty much invisible, which makes it harder for you to track down who's doing the transactions versus Bitcoin. So that's interesting. Eh, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. The good news is it's still up there. Look, it's back up to $3.44. So I think they just had a sell off toward in the last maybe 30 to 45 minutes because it did look like there was a lot of people selling their Mimblewimble coins. So the funny part is you only get like one or two major sales, but the rest of the blockchain or the rest of the time it shows a lot of buys, people buying this stuff. So uh, there's definitely a lot of interest in Mimblewimble. Unfortunately, I never heard of it until I got this Ipollo because I bought the Ipollo to mine Grin, and I was expecting maybe $1.50 to $2 a day between the two machines that are currently mining now. So, with that being said, I was kind of pleasantly surprised that this actually supported an additional cryptocurrency, which made the value of the Ipollo G1 Mini a little bit better. Um, so that's where we're at now. Unfortunately, I still can't wait. I'm sorry, I still can't tell you exactly how much I'm going to be making with the helium miner because it still hasn't arrived. I will be most likely. There's been a lot of controversy on the GPU or graphics card mining rigs because apparently a lot of people are mining Ethereum with it, and Ethereum probably, I think from what I'm hearing, Ethereum 2.0, once it's implemented, will no longer support GPU mining. I'm not 100% sure how true that is, but I do know that the GPUs that I've been using, or the graphics cards that I've been using, I've actually been mining Dogecoin with it. Um, so technically speaking, if I start a rig, that's probably what I'm going to mine, rather than Ethereum or Litecoin or anything like that. I might do Litecoin. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But one step at a time. But for now, this is it for where I'm at. Like I said, we're looking at almost $12 in 4 days so far. So to me, for $12 a week versus $3 to $5 a week, I still think this is somewhat of a profitable venture. Like I said, next week we'll see exactly where we're at. We'll find out if this thing here goes back up to $4 or $5 per coin or per hour. No, that's per day. I'm sorry, not per hour. Right here's where it's stating that my daily profit is. I don't know if that's total profit or after electrical costs. So we'll see what happens. Right at the moment, that looks like it's everything. So stay tuned for next Friday. I will post another update as to what I'm doing, and we'll find out if the G1 can stay profitable or if I'm going to start losing money on this venture. Once again, this is not a financial advice. This is because I've been seeing a lot of issues with the Ipollo. Not issues, a lot of stories with the Ipollo and G1 Miner especially. And I want to make sure that some of these people that posted videos stating that you can make up to $10 a day using the G1 Miner, I want to make sure that we get more of an accurate result, as you would call it. And in this particular case, Grin was not doing too well. If you got this to mine Grin, unless it's a long-term buy, technically speaking, I'd probably set up a Mimblewimble wallet and the algorithm. I'm mining off of 2miners.com. Why? Because everybody else is. I don't know if there's a place that would actually. I don't know if there's a place I can go that would actually give me better results. But right now, this is what I'm making on 2miners.com using my two Ipollos. Like I said, if I get the money, I'll probably buy a couple more. Probably have a total of 6 or 7 of them, and take this from $12 a day. Not too bad, and I guess the more miners that I have, the more money I can make. We'll see what happens. And as soon as I get my helium miner, I'll do a review on that, setup, unboxing, and all the other good stuff, and we'll go from there. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. And until next week, keep an eye on this, and I'll let you know if especially if this goes back up to $4 to $5 a day. Right now, Mimblewimble, the price did drop a little bit today to $10.96 per bit, but it looks like it's starting to recover already. So it seems to me like every 5 cents, 3 to 5 cents that it drops, it affects me here too. So if the price comes back up, maybe next week you might see this back up to $4 to $5 a day. The higher this is, the more money I'm making. So technically speaking, I'm going to keep my Mimblewimble coins. I do not plan on selling them. I'm almost up to my first one already. Technically, I do have nine. Yeah, I do have approximately 1.1 Mimblewimble coins. So technically, I've got my first one. It is currently worth $11 and 9, 10, 11. It's $11 and 76 cents so far. Next week we'll see where we're at. Maybe I'll have 2 coins. We'll find out. Unfortunately, it does not look like it's transferring to my wallet yet, so I've got to figure out what's going on with that. It does say that it's up and it's running, so I just gotta wonder why it's not transferring. And with that, I'm out of here.